Howdy, Slankards. This is your family's story, a journey from ancient roots to the present day, told through generations of strength, faith, and family. Whether you carry the name today or were raised under its legacy, this is who we are. This is the history of the Slankard name. The surname Slankard is one of the rarest in the English-speaking world. It is so uncommon that its exact origin is still unknown. According to Oxford's Dictionary of American Family Names, its roots are officially undetermined. Some researchers believe it may come from Old English. Slancha, meaning slender, and herd, referring to someone who tended thin or scrawny livestock. Others see a link to the German word schlank, meaning slim. The earliest known appearance of a similar name occurred around the year 1280 in a Worcestershire, England tax roll, where a man named Slankard is recorded. This entry marks the oldest documented origin of the name. After that, the name largely disappears from European records, never widely recorded in England or continental Europe. The modern Slankard family as we know it emerged in 19th century America, particularly in the Midwest. One of the earliest ancestors was Jacob Caleb Slankard. Born around 1794, likely in Kentucky, he married Nancy Huggins in 1816 and settled in Pope County, Illinois. Jacob died in 1854 and is buried in Shedville, Illinois. He and Nancy had 6 sons and are widely considered the founders of the American Slankard line. By the mid-1800s, the Slankards had established themselves in Illinois and Missouri, especially as farmers and tradespeople. The Civil War marked a defining chapter. 2 known Slankards served in the Union Army. William H. Slankard enlisted February 27, 1862, in Company K, 56th Illinois Infantry, and was discharged a year later due to disability. William S. Slankard, born 1818, served in Company H of the same regiment. He lived through the war and died in 1900, buried in Rosebud Cemetery, Pope County, Illinois. No known Slankards served the Confederacy. All military records confirm Union loyalty. The 1880 U.S. Census listed just 132 individuals with the surname Slankard, but over the next century the family grew and migrated westward. By 2014, there were 814 Slankards in the United States, with the highest concentrations in Missouri, California, and Illinois. Smaller branches also appeared in Texas, Arizona, Ohio, and other states. In the late 1800s, Charles Harrison Slankard, born in 1858 in California, settled in Phoenix, Arizona with his wife Minnie Beauchamp. Their children were Bertetta, born 1883, Charles Jr., born 1888, and Hazel Liddell, born 1890. By the early 1900s, another Slankard family, headed by Golderfield Slankard, born 1887, was also living in Phoenix, where his son Marion Wallace Slankard was born in 1908, around the same time in Texas. Ewell Lloyd Slankard was born in 1918 in Batson, Hardin County. Other Slankards soon settled in Hunt County and Dallas County, creating another important branch in East Texas. In Knox County, Missouri, Truman Slankard, born 1858, represented the family's agricultural roots in the Midwest. Then came Ruby Virginia Slankard, born December 24, 1924 in Phoenix, Arizona. Her headstone at Greenwood Memory Lawn Cemetery honors her as a beloved mother and grandma. Nearby lies Noah Slankard, born 1966, who passed in 2011, likely Ruby's grandson. These 2 resting places anchor the modern Arizona branch of the family. From this lineage came William Gregory Bill Slankard, born November 4, 1942 in Arizona. He married Judith Mary Judy Slankard, born 1944, daughter of Chester and Thelma Demick. Judy's siblings were Dean Chester and Terrence Demick. Bill and Judy settled in Phoenix, Arizona, where they raised a strong, close-knit family of 4 children. Gregory W. Greg Slankard, born around 1965, later moved to Azle, Texas, where he became the pastor of the Ranch Christian Cowboy Church. Greg has a son, Edward Eddie Slankard, from a previous marriage. Eddie lives in Ohio and works in education. In 2013, he was listed as a top-earning school administrator at Maplewood Career Center in Stark County, Ohio. Greg is now married to Deborah and also has a sister named Deb Slankard, making 2 Debs in the family, one by marriage, one by birth. Richard Guyton Rick Slankard, born February 15, 1967, stayed in Arizona, residing in Peoria. He married Dana Gar Slankard, and together they raised 4 children. Joshua Guyton Slankard, born around 1988 or 1989. Nathan Ryan Slankard, born in the early 1990s. Alyssa Slankard, born around 2007. and Trinity Slankard, the family's adopted youngest daughter. James W. Slankard, another of Bill and Judy's sons, was born around 1970 and sadly passed away around 2022. His presence and memory remain part of the family's living story. Deb Slankard, Bill and Judy's daughter, is part of the Arizona branch as well. Sharing her name with Greg's wife, she is a key figure in the current generation. In recent years, another bearer of the Slankard name gained national attention. Megan Slankard, a California-based singer-songwriter, born June 6, 1983, in Tracy, California. While her branch of the family is not directly tied to the Illinois, Texas, Arizona line, her surname and talent continue the name's legacy in the arts. Today, the Slankard family lives on in Arizona, Texas, Ohio, and beyond. From a single tax record in 1280 England, to farms in 1800s Illinois, to Civil War battlefields, westward migration, church pulpits, schoolrooms, and family homes, the Slankard name has stood for endurance, character, and unity. This isn't just a last name, it's a living story. We are the Slankards, and this is our legacy.
Sunrise on the front porch swing, coffee brewing while the church bells ring. The Slankard name carved in the oak so strong. This family's roots, where we all belong. Hard hands from the fields we sow, faith in our hearts where the rivers flow. God above guides every step we take. Through storms and trials, we never break. We're the Slankards, standing tall. Through it all, we answer the call. Hard-working hearts and love so true. Together there's nothing we can't do. Evening spent round the table tight, sharing laughter neath the candlelight. Stories passed down like a sacred song, teaching each other where we belong. Trust runs deep like the family well. Through the years, through heaven and hell. A bond unshaken, pure as gold. In their arms, the world feels whole. We're the Slankards, standing tall. Through it all, we answer the call. Hard-working hearts and love so true. Together there's nothing we can't do. We're the Slankards, standing tall. Through it all, we answer the call. A hard-working hearts and love so true. Together there's nothing we can't do.
Later.